Hello and welcome to Gone Exploring. So now we're moving on to our next steps in the bathroom redo. I'm going to try to make a simple vent cover. It's going under the dresser / vanity anyway, so it doesn't have to be fancy. I couldn't really find anything that was the right size, and I had this laying around, and I think I can make it myself, make something myself. So I got my gloves because the stuff is notoriously sharp. I got my rulers, and I got this cool heavy old is that a T-square? No, I guess that wouldn't be a T-square. L-square? I don't know. But super old and super heavy. It was my father's, and he bought his stuff secondhand in flea markets, so I'm guessing it's probably at least 100 years old. So that'll be perfect for making little corners. So let's get to work. Well, I put my little vent thing in. It's not beautiful, but hopefully it's functional. Here's the back of the vanity, and I found my center. It's right here, but 15.5 comes right up to here, so I know the shelf is here. I'm gonna see if I can get that shelf out. I've been trying to get the board out. This is the shelf. Can't get it all the way out. I took one side that held it up and messed it up some because it was glued. It was glued in there, so that's gonna have to get glued back. But at least the shelf is out of the way now. Screwed it from the back. I hit it with the mallet from the bottom until it popped up. Here you see it with the nails sticking out, scratches that I made. Everything in my head always seems much easier. But I'm not giving up. And what I did here was, that's me trying to sit down. So what I did here was I found where the center of the vanity would be. That's that little line right there. And Then I made a line of the clearance under here. And so what I did was made a little kind of schematic of what my cuts are going to be. So the first one is 15.5, that's here.
From the center, 2.5 out. That's here. Again, this way, can I do that way? And then 22.5 going to the top. And I think I can wiggle it over this. So hopefully that'll...
Well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have the outline of where I have to cut out for the pipes to go in the back of this dresser slash vanity. So I'm going to start by just drilling the corners so it's easier to get that jigsaw in there. Well, I got the hole cut. Hopefully I didn't screw up my measurements, so everything will fit. So there's a shelf that goes in here. The pipe's in the way. So what I did was I made a template following the way the shape of the pipe is and the angle. So hopefully I'll be able to cut that out on the shelf. We'll see how it goes. See, that's how it fits under there. All right, let's see how it goes. I cut out my little form, my little template. I measured 16 inches from where the pipe starts. And I'm going to trace it and cut it out. I have my shelf bit cut out. Hopefully I didn't screw up and cut the wrong side. So let's see how it fits. So mostly it's all right. I got a little bit over here I gotta just trim a little bit. So now it's time for some special maneuvering. I have to put the little shelf holder back here, have the shelf on top of it, and also do both sides. So I'm going to start by putting one side in over here, and then we'll try to figure out how to do the other side. Well, I know how to do the other side, but I kind of need 5 hands, so I'm going to need something to prop it up. And then we have a dog that wants to help. Well, apparently first I have to attach this piece to that corner where it came off. So I'm going to go glue that, and I guess that'll be it for today. There, finally. you're trying to get nails out of something like this, and you don't want to damage the wood, put another little piece of wood under it. And you have your leverage, and it comes out easier too. There. Alright, now we're just going to go ahead and glue this on here. There's one little bit of nail here. Teeny tiny little thing. Okay. All gone. I'll just glue this thing back in here. And I always have a hard time with these kind of push down things. My hands aren't what they used to be. So, pretty much need pliers for everything these days. Oh, here's another little nail in here. Wiping a little bit of glue that's coming out. There we go. Alright, got her clamps. And now we're just going to leave it till it's good and dry. So my shelf is all ready to go in. And I'm going to prop it up a little bit with these little sticks here while I get this in here, because I have to glue that piece and screw it in, and I want to make sure it stays out my way. Got the shelf all in, got the plastic plumbing pieces in and all ready. I think I'm going to eventually put another support in the shelf in this corner over here. One or two. Probably one on each side of that pipe. I put the toilet back. I got one of these kits. Oh, that's Spanish. I got one of these kits, and the instructions were easy enough for me to follow, and I didn't really have a problem putting the toilet back. Yay! And this is where it gets real scary, because I got one shot to do it right. I have to put a hole in here for the sink. Ooh, scared. Yes I am. But the good news is we're level. Well, I did it. I cut my hole. I measured super careful. I measured a few times to make sure it'd be right. And the hole seems to fit the drain. Yay! The only problem I had was putting this thing together. I got one of these kits, these Craftsman kits. And it didn't come with any instructions. It tells you the sizes, doesn't tell you how to put it together. So I kind of figured out how to put it together. But I did forget this little thing, so it seemed to cut without it. Oh well. Now I'm going to put in my faucet hole. So I measured how far the hole can go, because I don't want to mess up this drawer part. So it can go this far over, and an inch this far over, and an inch back from this. So yeah, Alright, wish me luck. So I ran into a wee bit of a problem here. I didn't calculate for this being here or this being here. Basically, I just need enough room for the hoses to go through. And I think I'm just going to cut this little piece out with a jigsaw. Alright, wish me luck again. Well, this was unexpected. I pulled the tape off and I pulled the varnish up. And that's what I get for thinking everything was going so well. Oh well. Welcome to my life. So, on hindsight, I don't think I would use this again. Especially if it's just going to peel off like that. Big sigh. Oh well. And it doesn't really have a very good coat. It's not very smooth. I'm not crazy about it. It's okay. Well, I got the sink in. I got the faucet in. I wound up refinishing this top 3 times. Hopefully third time's a charm. I put the doors and the drawers in. Did all that. Put everything together. And I must say, it went easier than I expected. But I also saged the bathroom because I was having such a hard time with everything. So I think that helped. Because everything I was doing, I would have to do at least 3 times. And then, when I'd hang a picture, that kept falling off the wall. When I hung the mirror, that fell off the wall. So it was like, gotta burn some sage. Gotta burn some sage.
Can you hear my eyes rolling from in here?
Yeah. So now I'm working on this drawer. I have to do a little bit of cutting to it. I did my configuring. So now it's jigsaw time. I measured twice. So hopefully we're all good. Well, I did my configuring and my cutting. Let's see how it fits. Like a glove. Look at that. Got the hoses in the back are making this bounce out a little bit, so I'm gonna tie them down. And then what I'm gonna do now is I got some leftover wood from the old vanity I took down, and I'm just gonna cut some pieces to go around here and square it off, so then we have nice little cubbies on either side for storage. Yay! Well, I saved this piece of wood from the vanity that was in my bathroom. It's not too thick, so that should be good for my drawer filler inner needs. And with the price of wood these days, gotta save every little bit. Well, the dry fit looks good, so I'm gonna sand these pieces up a little bit more and varnish them. I have my little pieces here all varnished and sanded and ready to go. I have to glue them together and they will go in here. So I got everything glued together and I have it viced. So tomorrow morning we should have a working drawer the way I want it to work. Finished doing my drawer. And I cut the little pieces out and glued everything back together, varnished all this, and now I have extra space around here. Because my first thought was just to cut it like here, but I think the drawer would fall out every time I pulled it out. So that adds more space and more stuff I can put in there.